What's good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out Pro Wrestling in 2024. It's about to be wild. This video is about Wrestling Gifts. As we enter the new year, this is the last day of the year, by the way. Going into 2024, I feel like the wrestling business is going to get even better, even more epic, even more popular amongst people who hadn't watched wrestling in years. Are all going to come back. The business is at its all-time high. It's going to get even better. CM Punk is in WWE right now. AEW's been doing their thing. They're kind of on a slow decline a little bit. I feel like they're going to pick back up real soon. WWE is getting even hotter as Triple H gets full control, and they doing their thing with the storylines and everything over there. So we about to hop into this video and see Wrestling Gifts' opinion on why pro wrestling in 2024 is about to be wild. Let's go.
I once called 2022 the craziest year in wrestling history, and I never imagined that the sequel was going to be just as, if not even more crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 is basically over, and when you take a look back at what has went
This was a great year for wrestling.
Professional wrestling, it almost doesn't seem real. From returns we never expected, to moments that we will never forget, to all the legendary shows, to the WWE actually being sold, this was a year made for the history books. But with the year being in the rear view, all eyes are now on 2024, and if the past 2 years in the business are any indication,
also the Royal Rumble will be the first time ever Triple H had full control of this full year creatively without Vince putting his input in.
From the WWE. Kevin Dunn has been the executive producer for the company for over 3 decades.
He just left yesterday.
For how the company has looked, has been presented for over 30 years, for better or for worse. And a lot of people are happy that he is gone. Because even though once upon a time he was very good at his job, for the past 10 years or so, he has deadass made the WWE product nauseating to watch. From the camera cuts to the shaky cam, the LED lights everywhere, everything
that's him that do that.
The presentation for the past 10 years or so has been a large part due to him, and now that he's gone, there's a real possibility that the product begins to look and feel very, very different. But yeah, this is huge.
I can't wait to see it.
For our entire lives, the product that we have watched has been directed and presented by Kevin Dunn. But
wow.
Starting in 2024, that is no longer the case. After 30 long years, he is gone from the company. And honestly, good riddance. And as 2024 begins, so does the road to WrestleMania. This is easily shaping up to be one of the most hyped builds to a WrestleMania in a long, long time. CM Punk, as we know, is back in the company, and even though he returned back in November, his run is beginning in 2024. He has officially been confirmed for the Rumble, and the return that seemed impossible.
He just started doing house shows over the weekend.
And that alone is huge. CM Punk is back, and 2024 is going to be his redemption tour. But everyone in the back of their mind is thinking, how is he going to behave? How is he going to act? How is this run gonna end up? In a year from now, is he still gonna be on the roster? Because as we learned in the past few years, when it comes to pro wrestling, and especially CM Punk, who the knows what's gonna happen. But for now, all signs are pointing to a day with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. The WWE couldn't ask for a better potential.
I don't want to predict the future. I just want to watch and see what Punk does.
Going to feed families. Two men, for all we know, don't really like each other. Two conflicting personalities. Shit is going to blow up, and the world is going to be watching. And on the other side, we got Cody versus Roman 2. These are the two main events everyone wants to see. These are the two main events that are most likely to go down. But the question is, how are we going to get there? The point is, I don't think there's any wrestling fan out there who isn't excited for this year's WrestleMania. I mean, after all, it is WrestleMania 40. Are they going to let Punk just walk back into the company after all that shit he talked and let him be champion? Is Seth going to
highly doubt it. You never know, though. You never know.
Roman Reigns, or WrestleMania 40 be it? Will it finally be the night where the legendary reign comes to an end? Is this it? Or is 2024 going to be another year of Roman? It all depends on Mania 40. If Roman walks out champion at Mania again, it's a wrap. It is over. He's easily holding that damn title for another year. And honestly, at that point, just let him retire. Let him be champion for the rest of eternity, because he is never losing. His match at Mania is easily going to be the biggest and the most important match of the year, because if he doesn't lose at Mania, realistically, he's never losing. And if he doesn't lose, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just complain online. But if his match is against Cody, as we all expect, it's simple. Is Cody going to finish the story, or is his story cooked? Is it dead on arrival? Because if he loses again, there is no coming back.
I'm gonna be sad as hell again.
As big as Mania was last year, you take all this into account, all the other matches we can potentially see and all the other stories, this year is going to be even bigger, no doubt about it. But yo, Mania isn't the only thing I'm looking forward to in the upcoming year when it comes to the WWE. In 2023, one of the best things the company did was go international. Not just house shows, not just weekly shows,
they
not
did
just
last
Saudi
year.
Arabia. They truly went international and truly
They went to Puerto Rico this
Backlash
year.
in Puerto Rico was a movie. Money in the Bank in London was legendary. Even Montreal.
I forgot they went to London. They went to Montreal too. I forgot about that Elimination
Chamber.
Chamber.
That all those fans had, all those years of wanting a pay-per-view, all that pent-up hype and excitement, just made those.
They're supposed to be going to
unforgettable.
Australia
And
soon.
This year they're doing it again, and they're doing it even bigger. Starting in February, we are getting Elimination Chamber in
Elimination
Australia.
Chamber.
In May, we are getting Backlash in France. In August, we are getting Bash in Berlin. In
Oh
Germany.
my God!
Those crowds are gonna be mental. Those fans are gonna be like wrestling ultras and are gonna turn those pay-per-views into Champions League games real quick. And I'm so excited to see what those moments these events bring. Rhea in Australia is gonna be awesome. Gunther returning to where his career started in Germany, that is gonna be special. And whatever else they can cook up. The WWE.
I would love to see Gunther win the Royal Rumble this year.
They make their product 10 times better. And
But it's gonna be hard unless Seth drops the title.
Okada is one of the greatest Japanese wrestlers
I don't
of
know.
all
It's
time.
hard.
And
It's
this man
tough.
is still only 36 years old and is about to become a free agent. And you already know what that means. Of course, there are rumors that the WWE is in play for him. And it's like, no way, right? No way the WWE signs Okada. And once upon a time, I would have been like, yo, hell no, it's never happening. But now, after the past 2 years, who knows? Anything is possible at this point. Will he most likely end up in AEW? Probably. But if he were to come to the WWE and they
WWE do got a partnership with
and they made him a main eventer, you know, mixing
Stardom,
production
some
and
type
how
of
big they can make some
Japanese
skill,
company.
mixing his charisma and his aura, it could be generational. As much as I love AEW, he will feel like 10 times a star if they do him right in the WWE. But yeah, we've heard a lot about
Andrade might be coming back.
Ricky Starks, you know, wrestlers were frustrated over at AEW who want to make the switch. But what's more interesting to me is who in the WWE wants to make the switch. I never thought I would see the day where Edge was going to be in AEW. Never.
Me either.
So at this point, all bets are off. It could be anybody. Is our boy Drew McIntyre going to make the jump? I don't know. Will Sheamus
Never
leave?
know.
I know it seems unlikely.
Where has Sheamus been?
Crazier things. Things change weekly. 1 week you're a lifer, and the next week you're on Dynamite. And the same thing goes for AEW. Everyone thought 2024 was going to be the year that MJF would come over to the WWE. But with AEW making MJF the face of their promotion, that thinking is dead. It's all but guaranteed that MJF has re-signed with the company. So it's like, if it's not MJF, who will make the switch? All this craziness in the wrestling business has spawned from that competition, and it's about to get even crazier, especially with how AEW has been doing of late and how big 2024 is going to be for them. I think it's fair to say that 2024 is going to be the biggest year in AEW short history. While I wouldn't say this is a make or break year, it's damn close to it. In my opinion, AEW had a great 8 months in 2023, but since September, this product has cooled off heavily. The viewership isn't down that much, but attendance is slipping. It's becoming harder and harder to fill those weekly shows. Luckily for pay-per-views, the fans are still showing out, but it's just been a messy few months for the company as a whole for the past 4 months. People are iffy on the storylines, the booking decisions, all the announcements we get that don't really lead to anything. People are iffy about the roster being bloated. They rarely get to see some of their favorite wrestlers. People are iffy about Ric Flair being brought in. AEW just feels weird these days. You will watch a Dynamite and it will be the best episode you've ever seen, mixed in with the worst episode at the same time.
Wow.
The company just feels weird and lost right now, and it doesn't help when one of your biggest stars and supposed locker room leaders is getting allegations like this. It doesn't help that the company sucks at PR and seems to take the most serious issues so unseriously. This company for the past few months can't help but just make themselves look bad, and they need to step up in 2024. They need to get the momentum back. They need to get the magic back. And the thing is, they obviously easily can. They got the talent, they got the money, they got the fans. The ball is in their court, but they got to become more serious as a company in general. They have to step up not just product-wise, but also talent relation-wise, PR-wise. They have to start acting like a serious company.
Absolutely.
No more Twitter rants, no more wigs and costumes while discussing serious allegations. You gotta step up. The reason 2024 is big is, as you guys have probably heard, this is going to be the final year of their contract with Warner Discovery, which expires December 31st, 2024. And for the next year, they better put out the best damn product they can to ensure the deal gets renewed. And they better be the best damn company. They better be on their best behavior so that a network like Warner actually wants to keep them on their channel so they can represent the company. They need to stay on TNT and TBS, because if AEW has to go out and try to find a new network in this day and age, age, in this climate where wrestling isn't the most attractive television property, it could get ugly. NBC already has their deal with the WWE. Fox
and then
in the wrestling game. There's not many networks.
Raw is not going to be on USA going into 2024
because there is a real possibility that the WWE could end up having Raw on either TNT or TBS, pushing AEW off the network. And while that might seem surreal and not likely, where there is smoke, there is fire, and not to mention that back in 2000, this is exactly what happened with the WWE and ECW. That is probably the most interesting story going into the year. Where is AEW going to be in 2025? Because all of that gets decided in 2024. And where is Raw going? For a while, this feud between the companies was kind of petty, just, competition over wrestlers and talent, but it's about to get very, very real because now there are hundreds of millions of dollars on the line. The fun and games are over, and we must not forget that 2024 is going to be the first full year of WWE under Endeavor control. What change is that going to bring? How their product changed, the philosophy? We're so used to the WWE doing things in a certain way, but now that's all the window. Things can easily be changed now because there's new bosses in town, and I'm not talking about Triple H. Kevin Dunn being gone is already a huge bomb. That will change how the company looks and feels, and who knows what's next. I'm telling you, man, 2024 is going to be wild. In the ring, out of the ring. We thought 23 was crazy. 24 is shaping up to be even crazier. I mean, we have The Rock telling kids that he might actually wrestle again. Now, either The Rock is working a dying kid, or he might actually come back.
You never know.
Who knows? Anything is possible at this point. That's what 2022 and 2023 has taught us. But yo, of course, we will be seated, and it's an amazing.
We never
time
thought that we gonna see The Rock
fan.
come
What a
back
special
this
time to
year,
be a
actually.
wrestling fan. So I'm excited, and I can't wait. This is gonna be fun. Buckle up, fellas. It's time to complete the trilogy. It's time for another crazy ass year in the world of professional wrestling.
Alright, y'all, great video, man. Let me know down below in the comments of what y'all thought of my reactions to this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.